What if you had access to billions of dollars before you even turned 40, controlled some of the world's most valuable resources, owned palaces, superyachts, and private jets, and had the power to reshape an entire country? This is the life of Mohammed bin Salman, often called MBS, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, and one of the most powerful and wealthiest individuals on the planet. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Is his lifestyle really as luxurious as people claim? Or is there an even deeper level of wealth and influence that most people never get to see? Because once you start uncovering the scale of his assets, his global investments, and the futuristic projects he's building, you begin to understand why some people describe his lifestyle as trillionaire level. And by the end of this video, you'll see exactly why. Mohammed bin Salman was born in 1985 in Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia. As the son of King Salman, he grew up surrounded by immense wealth, influence, and royal privilege. Saudi Arabia's royal family is not just wealthy, it is one of the richest royal families in history. Their wealth is tied to vast oil reserves, global investments, and control over one of the most important energy sectors in the world. From a young age, MBS lived in palaces filled with luxury most people can't even imagine. We're talking about massive estates with gold interiors, marble halls, private security teams, and staff dedicated to maintaining every detail of royal life. But unlike many royals who live quietly behind palace walls, Mohammed bin Salman had much bigger ambitions. He wasn't just interested in living a luxurious life. He wanted power. And he wanted to transform Saudi Arabia into one of the most modern and influential nations on earth. As he rose through the ranks, MBS quickly became known for his bold decisions and aggressive vision for the future. By his early 30s, he had already become crown prince, placing him next in line to rule the entire country. And with that position came access to unimaginable resources. One of the biggest indicators of his wealth and influence is his connection to Saudi Arabia's oil industry, especially through Saudi Aramco, the world's most valuable oil company. Saudi Aramco generates hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue, making it one of the most powerful economic engines on earth. Through this, MBS isn't just wealthy, he is connected to a financial system that operates on a global scale. But his lifestyle goes far beyond oil wealth. Let's talk about assets. Because this is where things start to feel almost unreal. Mohammed bin Salman reportedly owns a luxury superyacht known as the Serene, which is valued at hundreds of millions of dollars. This isn't just a boat. It's essentially a floating palace. The yacht includes swimming pools, a spa, a private cinema, multiple helipads, and enough space to host elite guests from around the world. And if that wasn't enough, he also reportedly purchased one of the most expensive homes ever sold, a massive French chateau called Chateau Louis XIV. This property is valued at over $300 million. The chateau includes underground rooms, luxury fountains, a private aquarium, and technology systems that allow everything inside the home to be controlled digitally. It's not just a mansion. It's a symbol of extreme wealth. But here's where things get even more interesting. Despite these personal luxuries, Mohammed bin Salman's biggest focus is not just spending money, it's building the future. One of his most ambitious projects is Neom, a futuristic city being constructed in the desert. Neom is expected to cost hundreds of billions of dollars and aims to become one of the most advanced cities in the world. We're talking about artificial intelligence, renewable energy, flying transport systems, and a completely reimagined way of living. Within Neom is a concept called the Line, a linear city designed to stretch across the desert with no cars, no streets, and zero emissions. This project alone shows the scale of MBS's vision. He's not just living in luxury, he's attempting to redesign the future. But with that level of power and ambition comes global attention. Mohammed bin Salman is one of the most talked about leaders in the world. Some people see him as a modern reformer, someone trying to bring change to Saudi Arabia by opening up the economy, promoting tourism, and investing in technology. Others view his leadership as controversial, pointing to political decisions and international events that have drawn criticism. But regardless of opinion, one thing is undeniable. His influence is massive. And his lifestyle reflects that. From private jets that transport him across continents, to high-level meetings with world leaders, to luxury properties around the globe, MBS operates on a level that very few people in history have ever reached. Even his day-to-day life is far removed from anything most people experience. Security is extremely tight. Movements are carefully planned. Every environment he enters is controlled, protected, and designed for efficiency and privacy. Yet despite all this power and luxury, Mohammed bin Salman continues pushing forward with his long-term vision. He launched Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 plan, a strategy designed to reduce the country's dependence on oil and diversify its economy. This includes investments in entertainment, tourism, sports, and technology. Under his leadership, Saudi Arabia has hosted major global events, opened cinemas, and expanded opportunities for business and innovation. These changes are reshaping the country's global image. And they're also increasing his influence beyond the Middle East. But here's the real question. Is Mohammed bin Salman simply living a luxurious life, or is he building a legacy that could change the global balance of power? Because when you combine his wealth, his access to resources, and his vision for the future, it starts to look like something far bigger than just luxury. It looks like influence at a global scale. And that's what makes his story so fascinating. He represents a new kind of leadership, one that blends extreme wealth, political power, and futuristic ambition. A lifestyle that goes beyond mansions and supercars, and enters the realm of shaping entire nations. So when people talk about trillionaire lifestyles, they're not just talking about money. They're talking about power, control, vision, and the ability to turn ideas into reality on a massive scale. And Mohammed bin Salman might be one of the clearest examples of that in today's world. But his story is still unfolding. The projects he's building are still in progress. The changes he's making are still evolving. And the impact of his decisions will likely be felt for decades to come. So the real question is, will his vision succeed? Will Neom become the city of the future? Will Saudi Arabia transform into a global powerhouse beyond oil? Or will the challenges prove greater than expected? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. The life of Mohammed bin Salman is unlike anything most people will ever experience. A life of extreme luxury, massive ambition, and global influence that continues to capture the attention of the entire world. If you enjoy exploring the lifestyles of the world's most powerful leaders, billionaires, and global elites, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Because the next story might reveal another level of wealth, power, and influence that you never knew existed.